All right, so what I'm going to say about St. John Vianney, I'm going to say in 2 minutes. I'm going to still give Chuck, you're going to have 3 minutes, and then you're going to do the closing prayer.
Okay.
All right? I think it's fitting. In case you don't know, St. John Vianney is the patron of priests. In 2009, we had the Year of Faith, the Year of Priests that Pope Benedict instituted. And at that point, too, he also announced that St. John Vianney would be the patron of all priests. He's also, before that time, was the patron of parish priests. Okay? So he's someone that we should intercede with, ask for his intercession, and praying for our priests. We should be praying for our priests every day. So include the priests in your prayers, because without the priests, we don't have the Eucharist. Okay? Real quick about the St. John Vianney. He was not a very smart man. In fact, one video that I watched about this said that he was probably the dumbest priest that ever lived. Okay? And in the late 1700s, early 1800s, when he was studying to become a priest, he couldn't pass the test. He couldn't read the Latin that was necessary to become a priest. He finally got a tutor. He knew in his heart from a very young age that he wanted to be a priest and that was God's will. He was open to God's will. He was a praying man. And finally it did happen. And his reward was that he was given a very bad parish where people had hardened hearts. His bishop told him, you know, these people, they don't know their faith, they don't live their faith, and they certainly don't share their faith. Okay? And all St. John did was be a holy man. And through the witness of his life, people started coming to the church. There were a conversion of hearts. And most importantly, what he did is he preached a lot about reconciliation. And God gave him the grace to be able to read the hearts, minds, and souls of people. So if somebody came into the confessional and didn't give a proper confession, he would tell them, because God gave him that gift. Okay? He was also, because he was such a holy man, he came under vicious attacks from Satan. There's one story about his bed catching on fire in the middle of the night, and all sorts. So I told you about the tan books. This is one of the little booklets I'm talking about. This is $3 you can get in one of the Catholic book stores. This one's not for sale. This is mine. But this is the sort of thing. Look, it's very important for us to read the lives of saints. And what lesson can we learn from the life of St. John Vianney? Okay? He persevered. Okay? Just like Robert talked about, persevering through prayer. Okay? We don't always know what God's will is, but we have to have faith that all things are possible through our Lord. So I want to close out the discussion on St. John Vianney, and I'll post more about this on August the 4th, his feast day, on the website. But this is what he said. He said, "We have nothing of our own but our will. It is the only thing which God has so placed in our own power that we can make an offering of it to Him." You know, you often heard me say that the greatest gift that God has given us is our free will, and then our jobs really is to give it back to Him. So that's one of the things that we can learn from this holy man who was so holy that God allowed his body not to become corrupt so that he continues to be a symbol to the rest of us about holiness. So I'm going to give Chuck 3 quick minutes to talk about, and we literally have 3 minutes, okay, on